Okay, so I did my homework and I rated people and things in my life, and what I discovered was that in general, most of the people in my life are very light. They bring me a lot of lightness. Other people run the gamut. Okay, sometimes they're zeros, sometimes they're tens. They fall around the 6, 7, 8 mark a lot of the time. But another thing that I noticed was that some of the people who don't get consistently high lightness scores, part of it is me bringing to the table expectations or disappointments that I want them to have a better life, but that's really not my business. I can only make my life better, and by modeling, perhaps provide an example. The things that I do in my life are also pretty light. I derive a great deal of pleasure from almost every single thing that I do, which is kind of amazing to me. Maybe not, because that's the life I've created, right? So maybe it's not that amazing. Maybe that's just how I get to live my life. For example, we went to go see my mom today. She's in a skilled nursing facility at the moment, and she's doing better than ever, which is good. She seems stronger. We took her outside. I fed her some pudding, and luckily I'm with my sister and my nephew, which creates a lot of lightness always. And my mom ate her pudding very happily, but in between bites, she was, I don't know how to say this without you thinking that I'm a really terrible person, but she was trying to eat her hands, licking them. We were like, no, Mom, no, you can't eat your hands. Like, that's not what you can do right now, which maybe for some people, like, that would be really heavy. And I admit, I was like, oh dear, she's cognitively, like, has lost a little something if she's licking her own hand. But it also, I mean, I don't know, our family's philosophy, even at the worst, was always, you can laugh about it or you can cry. It's better to laugh. So that's kind of how we deal with it. So that's what we did. We laughed. We're like, Mom. And at one point I was like, well, what do you taste like? And she said, ice cream. Okay, that's good. That's good. You know, maybe I should try licking my own hands and see what they taste like. I kind of doubt that it'll be ice cream, but you never know. So things that I normally do, I happen to be on vacation for a month starting now, which I'm very excited about. But going to school every day, that runs the gamut. It could be a 0 day, it could be a 10 day, but most days tend to be pretty good with moments of frustration, but pretty light and pretty amazing. And then the things that I like to do, I mean, right now I would really like to go see Divergent since I read it and I'm on the second one and it's really good, and I hope they didn't ruin it with the movie like they did with City of Bones. I hope it's more of a Hunger Games Catching Fire type of thing. I'm very excited about that. I'm very excited for when they publish my book and make it into a movie. It's also going to be really great. I'm totally going to retain artistic control. Just making that clear right now. Let's see. What else did I learn? I think, you know, one of the things that I learned is that I really have made a bunch of good choices in the last few years, and I don't have a lot of people around me who drag me down or make me feel heavy. Like, my mom is pretty much the heaviest thing that I've got, and I will say that for myself, I had a few years there where I didn't have a lot of connection to her because she was just making really ridiculous choices with her life that I couldn't agree with and that I didn't like, and being around her was really dangerous for my well-being, and so I just chose not to hang out with her. I would still call her and check on her, but you know, in terms of taking care of myself and surrounding myself with people with positive energy and people who believe in my dreams, I'm doing a really good job of that. So again, you know, I come back to what's stopping me, and it's only me. Like, I am the only person in my way, and I'm ready to get out of my own way. I'm ready to go with it. You know, I would say I'm probably more on like the rainbow maca sunshine side of things, even though I have this job that's really very grounding. You know, I deal with actual children every single day, and I have to make sure that I'm not, too woo-woo with them, because there's no way to be. They need Band-Aids. Their dad is in jail. They didn't bring their homework because they left their backpack in their other parent's car and their parents are divorced. These are really real and really grounding things, but my tendency is to go big picture, go spiritual, go, how does this fit into the larger scheme of things? And so what else were some of the homeworky things? I kylegoed a whole bunch of things that were really great. Like, already my book is published. They gave me $250,000 advance. Then they wanted the movie rights. And I talked them down a little bit from the more money, because I wanted artistic control, like I said. And then I was able to parlay that money into a home for my family and my pets, a really safe home out of both a vegetable garden, and we had somebody to help out with cooking, and they were very happy to do such a thing. And my sister's following her dreams. My husband was freed up to do whatever is going to bring him the most joy, the most excitement. And my nephew could go to whatever college he wanted to, no problem. That was really great. I was hanging out with Jackson Galaxy in my Kylego, and my sister and I also made an album, and Adam Levine wanted to join in. Of course, who wouldn't? Who wouldn't really want to join in on an album with me and my sister? So I have been doing my homework, kind of did a whole bunch yesterday, and it made me feel very happy to do that, and I'm just really excited. I'm having a little bit of money thwarting from the universe, but I'm going to get through that, because there is no way. Bring it, universe, because you know what? I am too strong, too powerful for you. I shall prevail. And I totally am just flowing right now, perhaps rambling, perhaps flowing. I don't know which. Another thing I noticed that was really funny was that I really want to look good in this video, and since I'm not even looking at myself, I really can't tell. But I wish I were wearing false eyelashes, which I can't seem to get the hang of. Like, the glue gets all over my eye, and I even watched some Jenna Marbles videos to try and figure it out, but apparently I'm not very successful yet at that. And it's just funny to me, because I've never thought of myself as a vain person, but apparently I am. I have a bit of vanity to me. So that's an interesting piece of me to acknowledge. And I can't wait for tomorrow's phone call. I really want to hear what people are doing. I feel so happy and connected to everybody who's been posting on the board of Evolving Out Loud. And I do feel like we are evolving, and it's just so great. It's so exciting. It's so wonderful. So that's it. That's me today.